Dr. Kenneth Kaunda tied a knot. Have you ever heard of a Schleswig Holstein question? I, in 2017, recorded details of this 17th century story in my second book, which you will probably read when God wills. But what I can tell you for now is that it is a question that was understood only by 3 people. And among these 3, one of them died, the other ran mad, and the third one had completely forgotten everything about it. I liken the Schleswig-Holstein question to the 1964 Barosland Agreement, which equally originates from the 17th century. According to the rich history of this beautiful country, which includes the 1964 Barosland Agreement, the Litunga, king of Barosland, was post-independence supposed to continue enjoying authority over his estate. The Barosland kingdom, which covered the southern, western, northwestern, the Copper Belt, parts of Central and Lusaka provinces. Way before the 1964 Zambian independence, the Litunga sought protection from Queen Victoria, and in exchange, King Lewanika gave the British South African Company permission to explore minerals in his territory, thereby making the Barosland a British protectorate. Fast forward, when Zambia was about to gain its independence, Kaunda, then a prime minister, and King Lewanika signed an agreement on the 18th of May 1964. Since the Barosland and its kingdom had been in power for centuries, the agreement highly favored King Lewanika with so many amenities that ranged from self-governance to social, economic, and political interactions. However, when Kaunda came into power, he started changing a lot of things that slowly abrogated the 1964 Barosland Agreement. Eventually, the parliament had in 1969 passed an act that completely annulled the 1964 Barosland Agreement. This is exactly the question I would have asked the Zambia's first Republican president, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. Unfortunately, even if I was privileged to meet the man on several occasions, I was far from conducting a conversation with him apart from just shaking his hand, bowing my head to receive his hearty blessings and say Amen. Kaunda had his own reasons to do whatever he did, but I beyond reasonable doubt think all he wanted was to unify a Zambia he was going to well govern. Of course, to me, he must have handsomely awarded the Barosland by developing it, even if suppose the king had too much power to ask for, especially over the land, local governance, and the natural resources. Nevertheless, instead of me asking the Schleswig-Holstein question, I chose to focus on the unit of purpose that drove Kaunda to rule the nation for a period of 27 years without experiencing war or some other sort of serious unrest. Clearly, Kaunda tied a knot of love and peace for Zambia that no single Zambian should ever try to untie. I'm going to repeat that. Clearly, Kaunda tied a knot of love and peace for Zambia that no single Zambian should ever try to untie. And his dying in the year of the general elections really cannot be overemphasized. Rest in peace, dear KK, from KK.